All right. What is going on with everyone? Yeah, I want to say thank you for showing up. As you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about Sony buying or at least making a bid to purchase Tamron. And quite honestly, that is not something I expected. Really isn't. I also want to talk about just a quick little rumor about the Z7 Mark III. Yeah, we could quash that, scratch that. It doesn't seem to be a realistic rumor when it comes to the next version of that camera. And it is unfortunate. I haven't used that camera really, but if you have the Z8 and the Z9, I mean, I don't know where that camera really fits in nowadays. But regardless, we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I'm going to be also telling you so far about this cool little lens right here. It's the Viltrox, if you can see it right there, Evo 35 f1.8 lens. So we're going to talk about all that and some more in today's episode. Let's talk photography. Let's go. Okay, so first is let's get some of this business out of the way. All right, everybody. So first and foremost, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead, check me out on the socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, I'm on Threads, TikTok, and everywhere else. So feel free to come and follow me. And by the way, I actually have a profile on LinkedIn as well, and I'm pretty active on there. It's actually one of my most active ones. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to go ahead and share. Let's make sure these comments are up and ready, firing. We got Vic in the house. There we go. Um, man, you wouldn't believe it. I actually get people complaining about my sound effects. They're like, I can't find the string to watch your stuff. I got all these sound effects. I'm like, I mean, I could just sit here and talk, but anyway, so I'm gonna try to find a way to balance out all the sound effects I love doing and keeping the show going. All right. So um I am here and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, which means that's 5 p.m. Pacific. That is my old time. So I'm hoping to see some familiar faces jump in on the live stream, and especially in the chat. Hey, Roy, good to see you. Vic, again, thank you. Um, it That's why I'm doing it this late. I really haven't streamed this late at 8 p.m. and shoot, I'm going to say at least 2 to 3 years. I'm really not a late kind of a person. I like to have my evenings to myself. So streaming at this time is definitely well, it's new for me, quite honestly. So I hope this time works better for everyone. I have been super busy with my filmmaking, quite honestly. Locked in a real good partnership deal with a distributor, and I've been really concentrating and figuring out which creative direction do I want to go. Obviously, YouTube is still very important to me. All of you are important to me, so I'm still pounding out video content. Um, but I also have to be like mindful of my time. That's why streaming in the evenings wasn't a regular thing because after an entire day of figuring things out and doing things, kind of like to have my time. But if this time works better for everybody, then guess what? I'll be streaming at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So let me know down in the comments. What do you think about this time? Or should I still do the morning? I was doing like 12 p.m. and I personally like 12 p.m. I was at my full peak of energy. I just felt great, quite honestly. But I also got messages from some of you out there about, hey, I keep missing your stream. Okay. So I figured, why not go back to the old time, see how that works. Vic, let's see right here. I'm on the East Coast, so 8 p.m. is good. All right. And it works for me, but I'm in Australia. Hey, Roy, what time is it for you at 8 p.m. Eastern time? Okay, I'm just curious. I don't want to kill you, but I appreciate seeing you. Let me tell you, okay? Um, so with that said, I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm really happy that there's always something to talk about, right? I mean, like I said, oh, it's 10 a.m. Oh, shoot. Okay. So that's not bad. I could see why if I streamed at 12 p.m. or 12 noon Eastern, that could be an issue for sure. So cool. Thank you for letting me know. So maybe I'll stick to this time then. It is what it is. I'll have to suck it the woo up. You know what I mean? I'll make it work. Um, so, by the way, I do want to let folks know. Let me share this little tidbit here. If you're heading over to my website at all, got my blog section. You can check it out right here. Click on blog. And if you haven't seen any of my recent videos, you could always check them out right here on my blog. But also, you can actually read what I wrote. Okay. You can see this article I put together here about said topic. Now, some of the topics have photos to go with them, right? So if you ever see a video, and let's say this one's a tutorial for actor headshots, well, guess what? I actually include the photos right here. I actually include the photos so you could check them out for yourself, see what you think, yay, nay, whatever the case may be. Okay. But the point is, when it comes to tutorials, I'll have the video, I'll have a short article or, some notes, and then I'll have the photos for you to check out for yourself as well. Okay. So if you're ever curious, feel free, head over to my website, robertsilverphotography.com, and then click on blog, and you will see the article that accompanies that goes with the video that I just posted. Okay. So I just want to let you all know the content doesn't start and stop just on YouTube. All right. You go head over to robertsilverphotography.com. And trust me, I'm always working on trying to provide the most amount of value for all of you. And that's why I added this cool little setup on my website for you guys to check out. I don't need to post on my blog my own photos. I kind of took them and I kind of have them. But they're there for all of you so that not only do you get instructional content, but you also get the photos to back them up. And I know a few of you out there have asked to view the photos, so there you go. Okay. Um, do want to let you know, for those who haven't, it's all good. But one way to support this channel is to go ahead and smash that like, that share, and subscribe to my channel. It really does help out a lot. It pushes it out to the algorithm, lets it know, hey, this kind of stuff I like, and others should like it. And another great way to support this channel is, of course, becoming a member of this channel. It's only, I think I got it at $4.99 or something like that. Okay. So that's another way to support this channel. Regardless, I want to say welcome to the show. You can see I got the chat on live, so everybody can see what you're saying. So please keep it respectful. But I definitely would like to hear what's on your mind. All right. So we got a few things to talk about this week, as you could tell from the title. But before we do that, I do want to see right here. Hold on. Let's get all my stuff together here. Get all my media together. Okay. What I want to do first is talk about this lens that I've been reviewing for the past couple of weeks. All right. So let's go ahead and check it out. Bam! It's right there. Okay. Or rather, I should say, there we go. Now, hold on, let me turn this off. This is the Viltrox 35. It's the 35 Evo 1.8 lens. Okay. It's an Evo 35 f1.8. It is like the lens I previously reviewed, which is right here, the 55. Okay. Let me switch to my other camera. All right. And turn this sucker on. And let me make sure. Boom. All right. Here we go. You see, I got the cam here. Now I have the Lumix S5 Mark II X up here as the product cam, and it does a great job. Okay. I had a Micro Four Thirds earlier. Couldn't stand it. Anyway. So here it is, the 35 1.8 Viltrox lens for E-mount. It's the Evo series. Okay, it's a very cool lens. I like it a lot, to tell you the truth. It's metal construction. Let's see if you can hear it. There we go. Your autofocus, manual focus right here. You got a programmable button right there. You have a very smooth aperture ring, focus ring right there. It is declickable, so you can turn it off on for street. I like it on, actually, personally. That's just me. Okay. And the filter thread is only 58 millimeters, super slim, super slim. Okay, let's see if we can do it like that, so you guys can see it better. Very nice lens. I'm actually really impressed with this series. Now, some of you may remember from my previous video that I reviewed this bad boy right here, the 55 1.8 lens. Now, this lens is pretty cool too. I really liked it. I didn't know I was going to enjoy using a 55 millimeter lens. That 5 millimeters from the 50 really does matter, but I made it work. Had a good time. It was great for portraits. It was a really nice compact setup. So when I had the chance, I was like, hell yeah, I want to review the 35. And look at the two. It's exactly same size, same filter thread, same build quality, same everything, just different focal lengths. Okay, same aperture. So I really like it. Both are for Z mount, and I have a big trip coming up in a month and a half and stuff like that. And this is the kind of lenses I want to have with me. Compact, sharp. 1.8 is great low light. This is like 35 mil. Yeah, that's going to be a great lens to work with and to travel with in like a everyday kind of photography kind of a lens. All right. So let's attach this bad boy to the oh, okay. I already see. I see Roy. And then so let's attach this bad boy. And turn the sucker on. There we go. So just to give you some frame of reference in terms of size, here's a Z8. Here's a Z8 with the 35 1.8 Evo lens from Viltrox. And believe it or not, like, I mean, I have a bunch of Viltrox lenses just because they, once in a while folks send for me to try them out and stuff. But I'm not like their ambassador or anything. I actually do like their lenses. Now I do still portraits, so they've never failed me for that situation. Okay. Really nice. Let me show you guys what I've done. Not with the 35. I see Roy over here. Oh boy. Shots fired by Roy. Here we go. I don't care about the metal outside, but I love a brass inside mechanism. Okay. And I know he very particular about the Viltrox brand. Like, you don't want nothing plastic, and I don't blame him. Let me see over here. I could have sworn I have photos with the 55 millimeter on my blog. Let me see here. Where was it? Here we go. Let me see if I have the photo. Yeah, I have a few photos here. This is with the Viltrox Evo 55 millimeter f1.8 lens. So that's why I'm excited to check out the 35, just because I enjoyed the results I was getting here with the 55. And again, it's just a nice, compact, well-built option for Nikon Z-mount shooters out there. Okay. Look at that separation. Nice and smooth separation. Sharp detail. Good contrast. Certainly couldn't complain. And I used a 8300 to light her portraits. So, yeah. There we go. So that's just a few. So that's why after my experience with the 55, I jumped on the opportunity to check out the 35. So that's why I'm just sharing it with all of you. That 35, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with, quite honestly. Oh, look who's in the house. Mushy Mushy. There we go. And Roy says, what is it? Nikon's 35 f1.2 is too bulky for street and only good for Astro. Ooh, he put the ASS in it. Um, you're right. I mean, even with my 50 millimeter f1.2 Z lens, I absolutely love that lens. I love the performance of the lens. There's zero complaints about the lens. But on the flippity dippity side, it's pretty large, it's heavy, and I don't want to lug that around all the time. But when you can get like a 55 mil lens that fits in the palm of your hands like this, it's a nice option to have when you're not trying to shoot professional. You don't need all the uh, wide aperture and the shadow depth of field of a 1.2 lens. It's nice to have something like that just as an option. And that's why I like sharing what third-party lenses have to offer, because more options for us, well, it's always a good thing. It's a win, not only in price, but just in creativity too. Sometimes I don't want to be bogged down by a 1.2 lens at all. So yeah, that 35 1.2 is huge. So is the 85 1.2 and the 50 1.2. So, and that's why I want to look at these kind of glass, even though it's not from Nikon and everything else. It's still, I'm telling you, the results don't lie. Okay, they just don't. And that'll probably lead into our later story with Viltrox and Nikon. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's still into film cameras. I bet he is. Let's see. I have the Viltrox 3518 Evo, and it's fantastic to use. Have you used Viltrox 50 f1.4 and 85 1.4 Pro series? I haven't tried those two, but they've been. Here's what I would get. I'll get that 85 1.4 Pro. I have the 135, and I have the 16 1.8, but I definitely would get, if anything, the 85 1.4 Pro. I wouldn't need the 50 1.4 Pro because I have, honestly, I have this 55 f1.8 Evo, and I have the Nikon Z50 f1.2. So I'm pretty covered, right? But the 85 1.4 is a nice size, in plenty of low light, and nothing but fantastic results and experiences is all I've heard about that lens. So I don't have those, but awesome. Glad you got the 35 Evo as well. I can live with Nikon's 50 and 85 1.2 because they go well in this. Yeah, they do go well in the studio. In the studio, they're going to be fantastic, right? I'd even consider that, a good go-to for weddings as well. But for everyday travel, just want to knock around and take some great shots, it's a little much to me. It's a little much. That's just my opinion. King Crook says 35 1.2 attached to ZR ain't so bad. Besides, photo lenses are still very light and small compared to my cine lenses. Well, that's a good point. That is a good point. If you're comparing those two, I can totally understand. And plus, being able to have reliable autofocus is a serious, awesome plus, right? So I can see your point. The price, though, all right, you didn't mention that part. The price, though, can bite you hard, right? So, what are your Viltrox lenses? Well, I mean, for my Viltrox lenses, I have the Evo 55. I have the Viltrox Evo 35 right here. I also have, let's see what we got here. I got the where the hell is the thing here? I got the 16 millimeter f1.8 Viltrox right there. 16 f1.8. super wide, awesome for Z mount. Of course, I got the King Kong balls. All right, got the 135 right there, the King Kong balls. Had to get it. I mean, for under $1,000, had to get it. Okay, man, I'm telling you, I had to get it. That one's an awesome lens. Um, and I have like I think 3 others in my other bag. What is this? Oh, that's not them. Then I got these 2 guys. I also have the Viltrox 28 F 4.5. You all seen me use this. Love this little lens. Super fun for only $90. Super fun lens. Absolutely love this lens. Now it has wicked amount of vignetting. But it's fun though. It kind of reminds me of like a vintagey, I don't know, like an imperfect lens, but I really like the characteristic of it. And then I have this Viltrox lens, the 40 millimeter. What is this? 2.5 right there. 40 millimeter 2.5. I have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I have about 6. I thought I had 7, but I have 6 Viltrox lenses for Z mount. Hey, thank you very much, Vic, for letting people know. Almost 20,000 subs. Let's go. Yes, please. If you have the opportunity, please head on over to the bottom of your screen and smash that like. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to this 20,000. Vic and a lot of you know, a matter of fact, half the people on this stream right now know how long I've been cracking at this thing. Get to 20K. Like one day, you're going to see 100K for sure. And it's all because of your support, your help. So if you have any questions or really concerns about what kind of content you cover, hey, let me know, because I have time to want to be. I want to make sure I'm making content you all care about. All right. So thank you very much. And yes, please smash that like and subscribe. Let's see here. Thank you, Vic. I really appreciate it. Have you seen the Sungra 51.2 Z mount? What the hell is that? Let me see. Sungra 51.2 Z. No. Oh, you know what I did? Let's take a look. Let's take a look, everybody. Here we go. The Sungra. Okay. It looks pretty cool. I mean, a lot of these lenses starting to look like each other, just with a different label on them. I'm not gonna lie. It has a nice, clean, stylistic of a Nikon Z lens, you know, like a 85 or something. It is a 51.2 for $550. Okay, that's crazy. That's even better price than the Viltrox 51.4 Pro lens. That's insane. Now I'm very curious how this thing works. Why did you send me to eBay though? Let me see if there's somebody else selling this thing. Let's see. Here we go. Wow, $550. Look at the style of it. I like the nice clean style. It's silver though. Dang. Lighter and purer. $550. It's worth giving it a shot. I'll tell you that. It's worth giving it a shot. Aluminum construction, all metal aerospace grade aluminum construction. This thing's probably lighter than hell. Let me does it say what? Hold on, let me get out of this. Let's look at the specs. Oh, I guess I'm at the specs. Let's see. Oh, that's all it's got for specs. I want to see like weight and everything and filter size. Did I do something wrong? UV cases. Da, 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 da. Oh, it doesn't even have a specs area. I guess that's about it. I want to see like, does it have filter thread? Let me see. Oh, 72 millimeter. All right, that's not bad. Dang. I'm curious to see how much it weighs. I figured that would be the one thing they're promoting the hell out of with this aluminum grade. Did I not see a picture about that? Hmm. Eurospace. Let's see. Nano code, blah, blah, blah. Okay. STM motor. Cool tone finish, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Um, 800 grams. Well, since I don't know how to do math, 800 grams to pounds. All right. For those who are American, 1.7 pounds. That's what this lens going to give you. Okay. 1.7 pounds. That's what 800 grams is going to deliver. Well, now I'm very curious about this lens. Never heard of this brand, but I am very curious. I really appreciate you put me on game about this lens. Now I have to go check it out for myself. Now I have to check it out. Let's see. If your passport. Oh, okay. Long time no see. Happy to see you live again. Hey, Manila, it's really good to see you too, Martin, man. Um, and I have gone live every once in a while, but clearly the times I have been going live, it's pretty much hasn't benefited most of you on here right now, quite honestly. And I'm on here because of you, Manila Martin, Roy, Drunk Wedding Photographer, Vic, King Kruk. Like, honestly, like this is the time where I can still get in touch with all of you. I tried so many different times. I even tried 5 p.m. Eastern time, and that seemed to not really work. But as soon as I go on at 8, I get to see all of you. So it is what it is. I'm gonna go on at this time. Oh, he says, I often like some vignetting. Yeah, that this little lens here will give you all that. This lens here, Roy, you're gonna get some vignetting. But I liked it. I like the way it just I like I liked it. And when I do use this lens, I know what to expect, so I use it purposefully, and so I really like it. I mean, like $90, it is what it is. And then we got John Ishii in the house. Finally, good to see my buddies, Roy, Robert, Drunk Wedding Photographer. Yes, sir. Hey, it's really good to see you too. It was because of your comment on my Facebook page that really was like, how can I say, inspired me to show up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I was like, dang, if John is saying something, man, you know what? I'm clearly not streaming at the right times. And the times that I have in the past, it was like what time was it? It was like 12 p.m. or 5 p.m. or sometime early in the day, which was good for me, but clearly not good for all of you. So John, it's really good to see you. We don't need a perfect lens for portraits. Sung Raw looks like a great value. Yes, it does. Like seriously, $550 for 50 f1.2. That's something that I expected like Viltrox to do. And so now I'm curious not only about that lens, but also about that brand. What are they up to? And that goes back to like a conversation we had like a month ago about third-party lenses. Like they're just coming out the woodworks and killing it. And I think it's a win for all of us. Not I've never been more open to giving third-party lenses a real serious shot. And because I think they just stepped up their game. I think like the ability to create good glass at affordable prices has never been like so accessible to all of us, you know. And I want to take advantage of all of it, and I recommend all of you too. I have Sung Raw. It's killer. My buddy got it in China, Shanghai Image Show. Wow. Hey, John, how much was that lens? How much was it? I bet you paid like $200. Let's see. It's so sharp and bouquet monster. Damn, for $550. Woo! That's that's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow. Because I have the 51 too. I have the 51 too, but it's Nikon. It's the Z mount. Here we go, right here. And I love it. You know, here's my 51 too. It was the first prime lens, right? Let me get this thing going. There we go. It was the first prime lens for Nikon Z mount that I got for myself. It cost, I don't know, $2,200 or something. And what is it? 82 millimeter filter thread. Definitely has some weight to it. It is definitely by far the most used Z mount lens I have. And I love this lens. It's like I could do so much damage with this thing. It's awesome. If I had one lens to a shoot, this would be it, and I would kill it every time. I love this lens. Okay. Autofocus, fast, sharp, yes. Heavy, yes. Pricey, hell yes. So now I'm curious about this other lens you guys are all sitting here screaming about. Oh yeah, then you saw my samples. Ooh wee. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, okay. What did you Sungro 512 has two versions of the lens for Z mount. The silver one is their simple lens. Their simple lens with no aperture. What? The black one has the aperture ring and retail price is 1,000. Optics on both are equal. Damn. Never heard of that. Okay. I really appreciate that, Izzy. Okay, make sure you subscribe because love to see you on some more live streams. I could send you sample. Yes, John, do that. Damn, I wish there was a way I could message you directly. Uh, John, let me know if you have my email. Okay, like seriously. He said, "No, I want some silver lenses." Yeah, I'm just saying. Same here. Hey, guys, imagine that. Robert Silver photography with silver lenses. That'd be kind of cool, right? With silver hair to match. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Let me know down below. Should I check out this lens? uh Very cool. Yeah, John, DM me or if you don't have my email, then I could have sworn you had my email. But if you don't have my email, let me know. Yes, send me some sample pics. I want to see some for sure. Being Chinese, it's probably a bit higher than f1.2, but that's a minor problem. You know what? You might be right, and I could almost guarantee you, besides us, no one will know for sure. Okay, that's for damn sure. The cheaper Sung Raw aperture is probably just not ring supported. Oh, copy that. All right, that makes sense. I mean, for $550. I need your email. All right, here's my email, John. There you go. Copy that. Let me know if you got it. Let me. Oh, what did I want to? Oh, there was something I wanted to share. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Let me know if that works for you. I believe that I spelled it right. Yep, I did. All right, John. So email me. Let me know. I definitely would love to see the samples from that lens. And which version did you get? Did you get the $550 one or the $1,000 one? You probably got the $1,000 one. No, I'm just gonna assume you went all out. I mean, for $1,000. Awesome. Thank you, sir. I want to see that stuff. That looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Now let's get to some business here. Well, not business, but let's get to the news. Let me prep everything. Boom, bada bang. Okay, looks like we're good. And let's get to the news or the main event. Okay, here we go. We're going to be talking about Sony. Okay, look at this. Sony wants to buy Tamron. And quite honestly, when I put this stream together, it was like Tuesday. And then yesterday, I heard from like Jared Poland that there actually it was confirmed that they put a I don't know what you want, a preliminary bid on Tamron. Like Sony actually went through. So there's no longer like a rumor. It's more like, will they actually go through with it? And what does that say and mean for us photographers? Okay. So we should be paying attention. And just because, well, Tamron does make a handful of Z mount lenses, but if you're Sony, do all this noise, I heard that they own 25% of Tamron already. So there you go. Take that for what you'd like. I did like that Tamron was based right here in Long Island in New York. So that was kind of cool. I could see why Sony would want to pick them up. Just because they're into other things that make good money too, besides giving us lenses for good quality third-party lenses. They also make lenses for Nikon, and yeah, they just might be a good snag to just buy a majority of the shares or whatnot. But I am curious, what do you all think about this move from Tamron? Oh, look at this. It's sad to lose a third-party lenser, but are Sony going to absorb Tamron into their range or just kill it? I have a feeling they're gonna, if they're, I shouldn't say if they're smart. Clearly they know more than me, but in my opinion, I think they should just absorb it, not kill it. Just be a part of their overall company portfolio and let Tamron still do what Tamron does. Because just because Tamron makes lenses for other camera manufacturers, that never stops Sony from offering their sensors, for other camera brands as well. Like money is money, profit is profit. And Tamron is a trusted brand. So I think they should, kind of like what Nikon is doing with Red. It's like have Red, meld them together in some particular ways, and then but also let it still be Red. So I think they should do that same thing with Tamron. That's my opinion. No, Vic. I'm in Michigan. I grew up in New York, and Tamron is their headquarters is in Long Island. I actually went to high school in Long Island. But no, I'm in Michigan right now, outside of Detroit. Was it here? I'm not a fan of Sony right now because gamers are mad at Sony for killing Blu-ray discs. Oh, let's hope Sony doesn't go the same with Tamron. I really hope so too. I do like the fact that Tamron has a diverse portfolio in terms of what they do to drive income, and it's not just on optics alone. So, or at least optics for like how we use it. So I that does give me encouragement that it's a strong enough brand to stand. Well, it was to stand on its own pretty much. Um, so I'm going to assume that if they do follow through with this, it's more of a, hey, this is just another one of our brands that we own, right? And that to me would be a great route to go. Again, I'm using the Nikon Red model to how can I say, to back up my claim. All right. I like how Nikon still allows Red to be, to stand on its own. That Red is still Red, it's still operating Red, but there are some cohesive strategies going on between the two brands, exchanging good technology, etc. But Red is still Red, and Nikon is still Nikon, even though Nikon owns Red. So I'm hoping something like that kind of a partnership will come out of all this. That's just my opinion. But before, when it was just a rumor, when it was just here, let me put it back here. When it was just a rumor, I was like, wow, this is why were they thinking about doing it? What got them to the point? What are the benefits? What are the pros and cons and everything for both sides? And then to hear that they actually put a preliminary bid or offer to Tamron, now I'm like, oh my God, this could be an actual possibility. Now, this is also a week later after Nikon said lost their lawsuit, at least their first round of lawsuit with Viltrox. So I was like, man, I mean, the last time Nikon was in a lawsuit with Red, they just bought Red. So I'm like, man, would they do the same thing with Viltrox? And again, what are the pros and cons? I like having third parties because it allows uh, more competition, more innovation. Pricing tends to be better. I don't like the big, huge companies gobbling up every other competition that seems to be innovative. Me personally, um, because then we lose. Eventually, we'll only have like three manufacturers to worry about, or four, and that stifles innovation. Of course, keeps the price high, and I freaking hate it. Okay, so with that said, I like having all these new third parties jumping out the woodwork, doing some things. So that is a little that's something for us to watch out for. And also their reasoning behind it. If they're just acquiring it and letting it stand by itself, that's different. But they're like, hey, just to kill the brand, I'm like, man, I mean, Sony already doesn't know how to give you all the features you want without having to buy an entirely new camera. And now they're gonna kill a whole third party. That would I don't think would be good PR. That's just my opinion. Let me see here. What I see right there. Maybe Sony wants Tamron so they can sell Sony branded lenses for other mounts. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. It'd be a Sony lens, but with Z mount or something like that. That would be fascinating. Actually, or maybe it'll be Tamron by Sony, right? That could be a thing too. And their Tamron line is for other manufacturers outside of the Sony ecosystem. So that could be it too. That's interesting. I didn't think of that. Robert, I just emailed you some images from the song Raw. Oh, cool. Thank you got him. Got him. Nice. Hold on. I got one. I got one. I know you're probably sending me more. Let me refresh this thing. Let me refresh it. All right. I got one, and the bouquet looks ridiculous. It does look ridiculous. Dang, super soft. Hold on. Let me see if I can pinch in. Wow. It does look nice. That Sungraw 51.2 does look nice. John, how much did you get that glass for? What did you end up paying for that 51.2? Mark Man in the house. Good to see you all the way from Cali. Man, look at that. See, I stream at 8 p.m. and this is where I get to see all of you guys all at once. This is the crowd. What is it? The people have spoken. I hear you. I hear you. Dang, John, 532. That is pretty good. Good Lord. Uh Better. Oh, got you. Okay, I totally understand. That's what I figured with most of you is that I've been streaming too early and then no one catches it or they catch it on a rerun and you know, and the point of me going live is not, I mean, I would love to have 1,000 people on my live stream, but the main thing for me, the way my channel's growing is this is really check-in time. Like you guys could, we could BS, we're at the pub, if you will. And that's the purpose of me streaming, and we could just talk some ish and complain about cameras and photography. So if this time clearly works out, so then this is the time. It is what it is. I appreciate you all tuning in and let me know. No, I totally understood what you were saying. Greg Corkenhouse. He says, "Are you getting the FX5?" Hell no. Now, Mark, I know you saw my video. Did you not? Did you see my video? I know you saw it. Okay. I definitely am not picking up the FX5. I think there's personally the FX5 is a day late and a dollar short. That's just my opinion. If you're already in the Sony ecosystem, it's going to be a fantastic camera for you. You're going to love it. You're going to jump on it. But I personally think it's a day late and a dollar short. It should have been there. And half the things they're talking about won't even be available until firmware until like 2027. So, Sony doing what Sony does, taking forever to give you what you want. Okay. I don't see the benefit in that. And it's definitely not $5,000 worth of a wait. When I saw features in many other cameras for a long time already from Canon and Lumix, quite honestly. We use exclusively Tamron for our professional video work. I hope nothing negative will happen to them. I'm there with you. I really am. I really think that if Tamron goes away, which I doubt they will, I think they're Tamron and like Sigma, they have such a brand recognition in the market space that just getting rid of them altogether would be pretty painful for the person whoever picks it up, ergo Sony, right? Won't leave a good taste in the mouth because they make plenty. They have a huge selection of E-mount, and they still make lenses for other people. So if anything, just keeps Tamron and it's owned by Sony. I mean, it's just simple as that. It's not like rocket science. I think that would be a smart route to go. That could be said about Nikon's lack for ZR firmware updates. You're absolutely right. And I'm sorry to say it's why I didn't buy it. It's why I did not buy the ZR. I thought the ZR is a fantastic camera, but it's not giving me anything really more than my Z6 III unless I want internal red compression. And they don't have LQ. I forgot what the middle Q is, whatever they call the middle Q. And basically, they only have like the HQ, right? So you're swallowing up like 800 megabits a second just to get red raw, right? MQ. Okay, thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. So they don't give you LQ, which would be a godsend. Like I want the red dynamic range, color, etc. I don't want my card to be swallowed up just for having fun on a weekend and recording red fucking Kodak. Like that's ridiculous. I think that was a miss. And the reason why I say that is because at this price point, at $2,000, those people who would be very encouraged to pick this camera up would be using this as a B cam, a fun cam, or whatever cam, or just getting into reg cam or getting it seriously into video kind of a cam. That's the last thing you want to intimidate new video users, is the massive amount of video files that they now have to deal with. So that was one thing. Another thing I really think they should have done is, I know people complain about it like it's nothing, but to me, it's so awesome. Fucking open gate. I love open gate. So that's why I didn't go with the ZR, because as soon as you have open gate, now you have anamorphic support. I like being able to have the option of shooting with an anamorphic lens with no problem. And I like the fact that in my Lumix S1 II, I have D-squeeze internally. I don't need to wait to get home or have an external monitor. I could view it right there. And so there were like a little things where I was like, the Z6 III still gives you pretty much 85%. Yeah, it doesn't have 32-bit float audio. But guess what? We survived this entire time without 32-bit float audio. And most of you fools out there didn't know about 32-bit float audio until they started marketing it, okay? So get off that high horse. That doesn't count. So you can still do ProRes RAW. You get H.264, 65, your ProRes RAW and all that good stuff. You can shoot NRAW. You do all that. You just don't get Red Kodak. There you go, Z6 III. And it shoots fantastic photos. Yes, the bigger screen is awesome. Yes, the body type is fantastic. I think it's really cool. I was almost close to getting it just because for gimbal work. But yeah, I just feel like whatever the next version of the ZR is, I'm there. And I want a box camera. I went with the S1 Mark II because it's so packed with features that it was so hard to beat. And I got it for 10% off of Amazon. I was like, damn. And it has false color built in. It's got all this stuff. I'm like, yo, this thing is crazy. And the customization of that camera is nuts. I was like, all right, you know what? It'll match the colors of my other cameras. I'm ready to go with this. And I could get ARRI log, was it log C log 3 or whatever, the ARRI log fucking on my damn Lumix S1 II. So I'm like, all right, bet. I just went with that. I do want a box style cinema camera. Someone freaking make it. We don't have the S1H2, so I couldn't get that. I did want to go with Pixis because I don't like being locked into only DaVinci RAW files. I didn't want to be locked in. I like having flexibility. And I like H.265 for regular BS video. That's super compressed, sure, but it's great if you're just walking around, want to make quick vlog content. All my videos are recorded on H.265 on Nikon. I like that option. I wish the Pixis had that. It would have been a really good contender, the Pixis 12K. So I know there was a long freaking rant. I don't know where I'm going with all this, but that's why I didn't do the ZR. Okay, Mark, man. So yeah, you're right. Nikon does that too. I'm like, what the hell? And but they're probably digging up something. I bet you 2027 is going to be magnanimous for Nikon because this year has been a little slow. I can live without OpenGate, but I know you need a real HDMI port and anamorphic support. Yeah, that's another thing. The mini HDMI, right? Is it a game? Well, it's glad you had some sort of HDMI, but I like having the full. It is definitely stronger and it's less prone to breaking and stuff. I like having buttons on my camera, the whole relying on the touch screen, the whole thing, that could be a little annoying. I haven't rigged it up to see the difference of control. Where would I, yeah, I haven't used it rigged up, so I can't give that experience. But either way, having to use primarily the touch screen is interesting. So, and if that's the case, I'd like to have it fully articulating with the swivel so I can have it on the side of my rig. versus just the back. And I can't remember if it does fully articulate. Maybe it does, and my brain is dying over here. Well, we survived without open gate either. Ooh, shots fired. But I got the ZR needs some work. Yeah, it does. It's not. I'll be quite honest. If I had it, I'd really like it and enjoy it and everything else. I'm just, I guess that's why I still have the Z6 Mark III. It's such a well balanced camera. It does 85% of what the ZR does. Different form factor. Totally get it. Everything else, but it wasn't enough for me to get rid of the Z6 III to go to the ZR. That's what I'm saying basically. I imagine with the ZR was developed storage storage prices were actually dropping. The AI boom, whatever competing for. Yep. Yeah. I think that was just kind of a perfect storm, right? As soon as that got released, AI, all the data centers and everything else, just boom, just made it that much more difficult. It is what it is. But I still wish they gave different compression options in the video, arena when it comes to the ZR. Mini HDMI should be illegal. Wow. Dang, Roy. That was an epic rant. Detroit changing. Hey, man, I'm just saying. I just, I have a lot on my mind when it comes to photography and certain opinions, and I'm just like, yo, this is wild. That's why, like, when the FX5 came out, I was like, all right, let me give this a real shot. Maybe this is something dope. Then when I saw the price, see, I worked with the price. I work with the price and then backwards. Okay. I deconstructed that camera. I said $5,000. Okay. What's out right now for $5,000? And what are the features that come with those cameras for $5,000? I said, well, that puts it up there with damn near the Komodo X. Puts it up there with Pixis 12K, Lumix S1 II. Is the C50? How much? Let me see how much the C50 is. C50, C50, Canon. Let me see how much that thing is. All right, the C50 is 3,700. Shit, it's even cheaper. Dang. And personally, I probably would go with that. But yeah, come on now, for $5,000. There's so many great options out there. I mean, I can't even. Again, if you shoot Sony, mazel tov, like knock your socks off. I think it's great. I think if you like it, I love it. But for $5,000, there's so many options, like for real, that I just don't, I don't care about triple base ISO like that. You know what? Learn how to light better. Does it help? Yes. Especially if you're running and gunning, cool. I totally understand. But if you have dual base ISO, that covers 95% of you folks out here listening to my rant. Okay. And if none of it works, you just don't know how to light your scene better. I hate to say it. Someone's got to say it. I like dual ISO is really helpful for challenging lighting conditions, but you as a videographer or photographer, like lighting should be like it should be I don't want to curse. You should understand lighting. Okay. That's it. Go back to 101 school and then come back. Okay. Because I was just thinking about how fantastic Godfather 2 was, right? The film. And that was 1974. And that's a masterpiece. It's because how he lit it. Okay. That cinematography was awesome because the lighting was magnificent and they didn't have triple base ISO and all this other bullshit. Okay. So that's not enough to justify $5,000. I just don't see it. It's like, oh, it does open gate. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the club. You know what else does? I'm going to show you one thing that does open gate. Right here. This does open gate. Congrats. Welcome to the club. You're not special. I'm just saying. It boggles my mind. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah. Oh, but you have to wait a year for the firmware update. Are you kidding me? For 5 grand, they better fucking deliver it in a silver platter. Jesus. Uh, I'm sorry, guys. Let me come back to planet Earth. Right? Like some of the issues they could have come. Yeah, through HDMI, but most people don't like that. Yeah, I know. It's just ugh. Using the ZR made me like the Z6, but dang, that's what I'm talking about. Just wish the ZR was in firmware update for the Z6 III instead. People would have went crazy. Yeah, I love the form factor. I love the direction. I love the innovation with this big screen. A lot of great things, but I think if they doubled down with a few more features, it would have been like the epic of all epic of cameras. One is just I think what would have helped out tremendously is that we had LQ, MQ, and HQ for the red. That would have shut up a lot of people. We would have and full HDMI. Those two things right there, we'd be like, all right, fine. You don't have open gate, cool, Anamorphic support, fine, shoot. Even though all the reds have everything I just mentioned. But fine, fine, fine. If you had just done that. Because then it would have introduced the red codec to serious or enthusiast videographers slash filmmakers, because at that price point, that's who you're getting. You're getting you know what, I'm ready for my first cinema camera for 2 grand, but you're not giving them the codecs to really embrace red codec into their workflow. You're just giving them this fat file, and all you're really giving them is the bragging rights to say I used red. It's like, yeah, well, now you have no space on any hard drive you have at home. So, anyhow, see what you guys are doing. I'm staying up late. I should be eating and relaxing, and now I'm just here ranting with all of you. Albert comes in. Tamron used to be the worst optics company on the planet. However, when they acquired medium format Pioneer Bronica in the 90s, and everything changed because the company got superior optical engineers. That's a good point. And who knows what they could do once or if Sony acquires them. That might be next level for them, right? So that's a very cool point. And thank you for sharing. I didn't know that. Shout out to you. Oh, by the way, everybody, if you haven't already, please go ahead, smash that little thumbs up down there and subscribe to the channel. Please help me. We're getting closer to 20,000 subs, which means nothing now. Can you believe it? I worked so hard to get this close, and YouTube don't even care about how many subs you got. Can you believe that? Which I think is really shady because it took a lot of work. Now they don't even show how many subs you have on your homepage. But guess what? I know, you know. So please give a brother a little bit of help. Smash that like and subscribe to my channel. Here we go. Let's see here. What do we got? The Nikon ZR is strange, too good as a vlogger and not good enough as a pro video. It does kind of sit there, right? Um, as a vlogger, like what do I use? Like vlogger for me, like when I think vlogging camera, this could just be me, it's convenience. Light, quick, convenient, and durable. I use my GoPro 12 so often because you just set it, press record, and forget it. It'll capture everything. You don't have to worry about framing too much. And the quality is good to go for YouTube. So durable, it's got to be durable, very travel friendly, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Is a ZR difficult? No. Is it easy peasy lemon squeezy? Probably not. Pocket 3, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Action cams, easy peasy lemon squeezy. GoPro, all that. I don't see the ZR. So you're absolutely right. I couldn't agree with you more. It does fit in a very interesting area. Like how I'm using now the Z6 Mark III for streaming or making my YouTube videos. Like this is the setup I use. The ZR would be that for me right now, or a B cam to my Z8 when I'm filming, let's say, an interview or something like that. But I don't see it being easy peasy squeezy for a vlogger. God bless you if you use that's still a pretty large rig for what the competition offers. Oh, my bad. I'm in you guys' conversation. FX5 looks okay, but for me, it's still a Sony. Uh-oh. Dang, King Crux in the house with that one. Woo-wee. Lightning. Bah, 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 bah. Thank you so much, Vic, for your support. Appreciate it, man. Hey, put that 4-inch screen on all the Nikon. That would be kind of epic. But for photography, though, I still like the screen that we have, right? The screen never really bothered me for photography, for still photography, just in order to keep the body the same type. I don't know, like I don't know how you say it. Like this is the Z8, right? I think it's plenty big enough for photos. I like the Z8. I think the Z8 is about as large as I want to go. And that's why I sold the Z9. I sold the Z9 not because it's a bad camera. It was because if I'm shooting on location, I'm often bringing the Z8, and if I'm in a studio, which wasn't really that often, it was the Z9, and I'm like, damn, I'm really not getting use out of this $5,500 camera here, not because of the quality or anything, literally. So that's why I got rid of it. So that's why I think this form factor I think is great for professionals. It's a robust size, feels great in the hands. It feels like I can trust this camera to take the beating. I know I'm going to deliver to it. So I don't know what a 4-inch screen, what I'd have to give up in the things that I like in a Z8 for a 4-inch screen. I don't think that's a thing. I think the 4-inch screen is great for videographers, filmmakers, period. Like the Black Magic, they have the 5-inch screen. Though that works well. Photography, I'm like, I have the viewfinder. That's where I'd rather have my eye at anyway. So a bigger screen means my pointy nose is just gonna touch it more. That's just my opinion. And the H255 isn't as good right now. Yeah, the Nikons may not be, but believe it or not, dude, I'm telling you, I record all my YouTube videos in H.265. That's what you guys see on YouTube on my videos. Okay. No offense. I'm not telling you to go ahead and start complaining on my comment section. Okay. But none of y'all said anything. Nobody said anything. So I do that. I throw a LUT or two on top and boom, bada bang. I post it up and there's the video for YouTube. B and raw is good, but again, I am shooting with the Z6 Mark III, so maybe there the H265 and the Z6 Mark III maybe a little bit better, comes out better than the ZR, which is an issue, right? You would expect the other way around. And raw is good. That's cool too. Sometimes I like H265 not because it's superior quality, it's because of allows me to have a very fast workflow. I can get in, record, edit, and then export very quickly, and it doesn't hog up so much space. And there are a lot of times that's all I want. I do like having NRAW or Vlog or any log. That's cool, but it takes time to like have to, color it and everything. It's a pain in my ass sometimes. Oh, got you. Copy that. Z8 still makes better videos than my ZR. Ooh wee. Hey, the Z8 still banging. The one area I would ask Nikon to work on is stabilization. I'm sorry, when you go from Lumix to any other camera, the stabilization in their video is shocking. It's shocking. It's fucking shocking. It's so good. in your hand. Like you can just stand there and it looks like you're on a tripod. Or if you get the little ninja walk on, it's crazy good. Lumix stabilization is out of this world good. And I notice all the micro jitters when I use my Nikon way more. Granted, they've improved themselves over time, but I have seen some cases in my footage where I'm like, gosh, that looks a little jerky, you know? Granted, probably some of it is user error, but overall, I know I wouldn't have got it using Lumix like ever. So that's one area I wish they worked on a little bit more. I had to hint that thumbs down for all the rant. Oh, shoot. Ooh, shots fired. Let me see. Oh, nope. Nope. There we go. God dang. All right, no more rants. No more rants. But I bet you guys will like them, though. And that's the thing. You complain about it, but secretly, the views are up. All right. So let's see here. I think I'm allergic to action cams. You know what? I thought so too. But if you're recording BTS content, dude, they're like the best camera to have. They're almost indestructible. They'll record the quality you want for vlogging. Um, the stabilization is really good. And you get like 4K 60, 4K 120 very easily. You need a micro SD card. Yeah, I like them a lot, especially for BTS, for behind the scenes. And you could attach them to anything, a light post, your stands. You can put them on a roof. You can do whatever you want. Like action cams have a serious purpose and a use. Even myself, and I have a very boring life outside of ranting on this live stream. So, but I don't do cycling. I don't do all these crazy activities and skydiving. But for BTS content, I just get a little cell phone tripod, put the GoPro up top, record, done. I love it. But I'm considering getting a DJI Action 6. Okay, that's what I am considering. So we'll see. Maybe Black Friday, there's a good deal. Yeah, I think I should have 4K price ZR with the Z8 sensor. Oh, made it for HDMI and red. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that could have been dope. As a non-photographer, ZR is crushing it for my photographic needs. And that's cool. And that's cool. I think that's awesome. I think it's fantastic. Um, and I can see your perspective, King Kruk. You know, when you're coming from a videographer, you're like, oh, it could take some good pictures. Boom, I'm done. Signed, sealed, delivered. Right. As a photographer, like I don't know, like the Z8 feels like a photographer's freaking camera. You know, it's just something about it. Even after all these years, it's still a kick-ass camera. You know, with all these new cameras coming out, I'll look at this camera, right? And I'll be like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's like nothing wrong with the ZR, like zero. Okay. Maybe a flippity dippity. I like the 3 point. Oh, so it does this a little bit. Like all that is cool, right? I like what is it? The Lumix S1 Mark II back screen. But outside of that, this thing's beast. This camera's a beast. I don't care. So, I mean, yeah, it's a great camera for photographers. But if I did what you did, King Krug, for sure, ZR would be king of kings. I could honestly admit, man, the Z8 is just amazing. Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, couldn't agree more. I love my Z8. And the Z8 is just, it's as a still camera, it's perfection. I'm gonna put it right there. It is. The Z8 is perfection. It is literally what any professional would appreciate having. Now, I'm not saying I don't know about Canons and all this other. I'm just saying for Nikon, yo, that is the creme de la creme. The Z8 is pretty amazing, but the utility case for this camera, the Z8, it'll still fit in all my camera bags, shoulder bags, my small ones, my bigger ones, backpacks, etc. Right? You got your Ethernet port, you got full HDMI, great video up to 8K, folks. Mic, headphone jack, two USB-C ports. Like this thing's a freaking monster, man. This thing's great. Like whatever the camera is after that has to be awesome for me to want to sell that camera. I didn't appreciate the Z8 back screen for the Billy until I got the ZR. And there you go. Yeah, the Z8, it's not bad. It could have for sure been better, but it's not bad. I've definitely that's not the one thing I would be like, damn the Z8. You can't get everything. After that ran, I was gonna call you, bro. A bro knows photo. That dude, that is hilarious. That's a great. Hey man, thank you very much. I'll take it as a compliment. Hey, bro, bro knows photo. See, Jared has the afro. I'll have like the short hair with the silver. I have at least 3 action cams, and they all hate me. Dang. Sorry to hear it. I'm picking up my Pocket 4P today. Woo-wee. Hey, let me know how that works out. Feel free to email me, John, but let me know how that goes. I've been seeing a lot of I don't like there's some firmware updates that camera needs, seriously, to make it as fun and easy to use as the Pocket 3. The Pocket 3 is so turnkey, ready to go. And then when I heard about a lot of little hiccups in the 4P, it really turned me off because it's a higher price, supposed to give you better quality, but it's like, oh, if you record D-Log in this way and use this lens versus this other lens, now it looks too different. You can't even put the two files together. What kind of crap is that? I never had that issue with the Pocket 3. If I record on one lens or one way versus another way, the quality was the same. The D-Log was the same. I don't want the D-Log to be different, different colors. Like I heard there was a shift going on. So I'm definitely going to wait a few months to have them work out. I know a firmware was just implemented. But for that price, I want this thing to be like a real step up. And the Pocket 3 was fucking awesome. They did a great job with the Pocket 3. And I don't want to be upset by going at the Pocket 4. What's ironic is my Pocket 3 doesn't work anymore. I actually need a new one. But so I was really excited to see this, but I saw too many reviews by like Cam Mackey. It was a Cam Mackey. Who else did I watch? Oh, Kai Wang. What's that brother's name? Oh my God, it tipped my tongue. Hold on, let me get to let me see here. Who's that other brother? He's from Canada. The brother from Canada. What in the hell is his name? No, not that guy. Oh. Anyway, he did a really good review too. And I want to give him his just dues. Now I feel like a jerk. Damn it. Now I'm upset that Coffee. There we go. Jeez. Freaking brain fart like no one's business around here. Yeah, Coffee, he did one and a few other people. But I just didn't like the shifting going on. And I was like, I'm gonna wait. That seems like a firmware issue. They gotta listen to everybody rant and complain about it, and they get on it. So it looks like an awesome camera though. I hate the DJI has access to our camera. I hear what you're saying. First of all, I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing, but I don't know. I've had DJI and used so many of their stuff that I don't even think about it anymore. Let's see. Perhaps Sony wants to buy Tamron to redesign a new mount because the current mount is small in comparison to Nikon and Canon. That could be a good point. Who knows? Who knows? But they are dropping new cameras with that mount that you said is small. So therefore, I don't I don't think that's really likely if they just spent all this money on cameras with a small or you know old mount if they were to do that kind of a move. That'd be a very expensive move. I think they're just going to acquire it just to bolster up their portfolio, quite honestly, if they were to do it. And they could because they already own 25% of Tamron. So it's not like they're doing something out of the norm. It's just out of the norm for us because, hell, I didn't even know that. Right. So that does come more of a shock. But to them, it's like, oh, if we own 25, why don't we just own 65? Screw it, and control this thing. I would love 30 FPS and the flip screen. Maybe we raw pre-capture just to keep up with the other brands for the Z8 or something. Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I love that Z8 does everything. It does to a degree, the form factor is I don't know, for video, it adds a little bit something to be desired, it is a little heavy. Let's see. Long live the Z8. Dang. Tell you, there you go. Shout out to you. Yes, Z8 is king. It is. It is pretty awesome. Alberts. However, Sony may want to go medium format to capture the with Fuji, and Tamron has experience with medium format. Well, that's a really good idea too. Damn, yeah, absolutely. Sony has the money to do it. They have the money. They have the name recognition. They certainly have the trust and a loyal fan base. Um, yeah, like I said, I think it wouldn't be a dumb idea for them to do it. My thing is just bringing up the conversation to really ask, what does that mean for photographers in general, right? When a big third party brand gets swallowed up or acquired. No, you would just wear a dashiki and randomly say Wakanda forever. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Those photo Wakanda forever, and then go on a rant, a spiritual rant. It'll be like a heavy spiritual rant that my ancestors might take me on. You know what I mean? Yikes! Maybe I'll pass. Yeah, I think it would be a smart move by Sony that if they acquired them, they just acquire them and let it run as accordingly. And now they're gobbling up business from other brands, which they're already doing with their sensors. You said a lot of names, and my translator just hit she. No. I'm just saying. I'm talking about like I watch. Believe it or not, like I watch other YouTubers too, and um they're great YouTubers out there that I actually visually trust. Visually meaning like they produce great work. And so I am curious how they do their thing. And if you want to improve, you should be listening how folks do their thing too. And maybe some insight can help you improve in some sort of way. We all don't know it all. Half of us are just having fun bullshitting about stuff we like talking about. I'm one of them. I'm still learning. I'm still messing up too. So yeah, I said a lot of names, and I'm sure there's other. I'm listening to other photographers. I hear their names, and sometimes I just can't get it out. Who do I watch for gear reviews? Who are some more folks? Um, oh, YC Imaging. He's awesome. If you want to see cool techniques, he's dope. Who else do I like? Uh For gear stuff, I think I said pretty much who are the ones Tony, of course, Tony, Chelsea, Northrop are some folks I like listening to for gear, just to get their perspective. Um, I'm going through my channel right now. Oh, Mark Bone. If you guys want to know some good cinematography, Mark Bone, his stuff is pretty awesome too. Actually, it's real dope. You know, he's grew so fast. So he's always trying to get you on his documentary courses or whatever. Oh, here she is. This lady right here is real dope. Tamara Gabriel, she's pretty dope too. She's out there smashing it, always with the action cams. She's like the go-to for action cams. I've actually watched a few of her videos about the Action 6 and GoPro and stuff, and I like a lot of her stuff. Jared Poland, I've been watching since the beginning that I've ever got on YouTube. So I'm thinking 2016, something like that, 15. Yeah, I've been rocking with him forever. When he had his weekly live stream that was in his brick studio. I loved that show, but you know, he stopped doing it live. I loved it. I thought it was great, but you know, live streams don't get you all the views. I'll tell you that. You know, I could post a video, a 6-minute video ranting about something, and it'll get way more views than any of my live streams. But the live streams take the most energy, so it is what it is. So I understand why he didn't do it. I'm trying to see what other people I would recommend you folks checking out. Yeah, Mark Bone is definitely one. Who is Dan? All right, my algorithm's a little crazy. It's giving me some weird stuff right now. Okay. And my list is all alphabetical, so it's not going to, anyway, I don't have the time for all that. There's some great YouTubers out there. Go check them out, support them. Shit. All right. Rob, I'm curious about DJI Romo. Do you have any experience with it? What the hell is that? Clearly, I don't. Let's see. Robot vacuum cam? Vacuum cam cleaner. Dan, that's a $1,900 robot vacuum cleaner. That is crazy. Let me see this. Is this what you're talking about right here? Is that what you're talking about? You want me to check this thing out for 2 grand? They better send me one. I'm not getting that thing. Shoot, times are tough. No, I have to. I'm busy raising money for a film I'm trying to produce. I cannot be spending it on a robot cleaner. It does look cool though. Let me know if I'm talking about the right thing, King Krug. Okay. Uh, Z can be slightly like, yeah, 100%, not slightly, like a hell of a lot. But I understand why it is the way it is. Zero complaints. I'm not complaining about that. That's not for what it could deliver. It surpasses the weight. I have a hard time trusting some YouTubers. I understand. What's so fascinating is not all of them. Like Kai Wang, he doesn't at least. Oh no, I'm starting to see more ad placements, stuff like that. Hey, look, here's the real deal, folks. Okay, okay, here we go, another rant. Okay, I'm sorry. Here it comes. YouTubers are like, when you get like, I've scratched and clawed to get close to 20,000. Right, some of these guys have 100, 150, 200, 500, 700, right? Manny Ortiz, like I watch him a lot too. That's another one. Um, these guys have like hundreds of thousands of subs. They, click a video, they make a video about strawberry shortcake and plow, it gets 55,000, 75,000 views. And God bless them for it. But we got bills to pay, okay, folks? Like, we got bills to pay like anybody else. And um they got to drop their little ads in between certain things. I've had to do, you know, ad videos and stuff, and hey, check out my product or whatever. Hey man, we got bills. So don't like disqualify a YouTuber just because they got bills too. It is what it is. It's the game. It's how it works. You're going to be doing some placements. It is what it is. I think where things get fuzzy is when when you don't say it, right? You don't share those kind of facts with your audience. Yeah, sure. That could be kind of like a rude move, right? I'm trying to be polite. But we all got bills to pay, brother. I'm sorry to say it. So if you see someone talk about X and this, that, and the third, it's like, oh my goodness. It's like you want something for nothing. Unless every viewer is a member of that channel, meaning they're paying monthly every month to the point where they could be self-sufficient, they got to get paid somewhere. Like for real. These video, like when I make a video, it could be 6 minutes, but you don't, and you watch it, you 6 minutes, you enjoy it and everything, and I appreciate it, trust me. But at the same time, you didn't realize that thing took me 8 hours to make. Like that's a full work day. Come on. And one view, as much as appreciated as it is, ain't gonna keep the lights on. It is what it is. So don't dismiss some YouTubers just because they're trying to pay some bills and they got a course and they got this, they got that. Man, they try to hustle. And nowadays, last time I checked, we all got like 2 or 3 hustles. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying some are bad and some are not. I'm just saying, just don't discount a YouTuber because they're trying to like make a living like anybody else, right? And they're trying to sell something. You just don't have to buy it if you don't want to. If you don't want to subscribe to my channel, cool. If you don't want to become a member, hey, I get it. I know we all got things we got to take care of. I may not be a priority, cool, but I'm just saying it's part of the game. Okay. I'm trying to stick up for some other YouTubers. If you're a YouTuber out there, I'm trying to stick up for you. Smash the like. uh, I'm trying to get Mark, man, to drop some videos so I can watch. Oh wee! And he started talking about that ZR. Why not? Share that experience. I've been shooting professionally since about 1982. I still learn from a lot of guys who know more than me. Hey man, you know what? I never stop learning. I watch YouTube the most, like so much more than any other streaming platform. It's just I like the information. Um, Even if I know about the camera, I just want to see somebody else's experience. Maybe they found the feature I didn't know. Yeah, I give it a shot. I like that too. Sheesh. I'd be talking ish and calling people out. That'd be funny. Or making parodies. There you go. Why not? Do your thing, brother. Time and opportunity. That's all we got. Time and opportunity. I like Taylor Jackson. I like Mark Bone. Oh yeah, Brandon Washington too. Shout out to him. I know he has his stream on what is it? On Fridays. Friday at like 12 o'clock or something like that. I like his too. His is doing really well. My wife has got a whole set of pro photo lights. She's having a Leica exhibit in December. What the F? Whoops. Where's my thing? Shout out to your wife, John. Wow, that's awesome. Yep, what 2K is decent price. It does the cleaning for wow, that's crazy. Well, when I get to that point, I'll definitely think about it. I know the Roomba has been like the name brand, I guess. There's a lot of money for a robo cleaner just so that cat gets a free ride. Hey man, I want to, it would be kind of nice to have one. We did consider one, but I thought 500 or something would be pretty expensive, 5 to 700. 2 grand, damn, I think better keep me company. You dig? Listen to my rants. Pro photo is awesome. I hope she enjoys. Yes, I do too. That's fantastic. The existing Sony mount size was originally created for crop sensor cameras, which is why Sony is having difficulties designing fast 1.2 lenses. Oh, damn. Albert with the win. Dude, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Really appreciate it. Oh, selective imagery. Yes. Selective imagery deserves a plug. Yes. Shout out to him. Hold on. Let me. Goodness. Look. Yes. Yes, indeed. Shout out to him. Hold on, let's go to this here. And here we go. Let's do this. Boom, bada bing, baby. Uh, Selective imagery in the house. Shout out to him. And hold on, I got somebody else for you guys. Okay, you guys out of here. Shout out to him. And hold on. Where is I'm looking through a list right now. Gosh, I have too many people on this thing. Okay. I got too many. Oh, I cannot not mention. I mean, I can't mention a boy. Where the hell does this channel go? Malcolm Walker. If you want to know Sony, this guy knows Sony. I'm trying to find his dang channel. I got a lot of stuff popping up here. Oh, there we go. Bam. Here we go. If you guys want to know Sony, this is the guy. Malcolm Walker in the house. Okay? That's my boy right there. He knows his stuff. Dang, actually, he would have been a gosh, I kind of wish he was on the show right now. But anyway, he knows his stuff. So when it comes to Sony, it's really, really like he's the guy. Don't come to me. Don't come to me. I don't know it, and I'm not really trying to be that guy for Sony. No offense to Sony. I'm in the Nikon Lumix gang. Okay, that's it. All right, but Malcolm Walker, that dude knows his stuff when it comes to Sony. I tell you that right now. All right. But I like shouting out other YouTubers. Like if I know them or watch them, I have no problem sharing the podium. Folks are good. They're good because I don't want to secretly watch them and be like, yo, I don't know any other good YouTubers. Like that's kind of weird to me. Shout them out. You feel a lot. Mostly, I mean, I only have 11 people on this thing, but it's mostly people who've been riding with me for at least a solid 2 years. Easy. Right? Just because there's other good YouTubers don't mean you guys don't come in. So like I'm not afraid to share the light. And if you know any good YouTubers I should know, let me know. Like I'm still trying to level up too. Skills to pay the bills. Thank you very much, Rick. Vic's one of them. Having ads isn't an issue, but there aren't congruent on their word. Open gate doesn't matter until Sony has it, or raw doesn't matter until Sony has it. Well, you know what? That's not even about getting paid. That is literally just they're Sony fanboy folks, and if you don't think I get sometimes, well, I'd say a lot, but sometimes I get rocks thrown at me because I'm like Lumix this and and I already know they shoot Sony just by their terminology. It's like, who cares about open gate? And I'm like, bro, if you had it and used it and then took it away, you'd be upset that they took it away. That's how useful it is once you do have it. But I could tell their complaints are because they shoot Sony. And it is what it is. But so yeah, you're right. When I see that, that's why like when I saw the FX5 and I just really thought about the features and everything else, and it's $5,000, like, oh, I'm supposed to get it just because it's Sony and it's $5,000, even though every other camera system pretty much has most of those features. So the fully stacked sensor, cool. Triple base ISO, definitely interesting and could only be helpful for sure. I just don't see it being $5,000. And those kind of people, Mark, man, when you see those people, man, you just, pass them by. I'm not trying to hear it. Me or the YouTubers. Okay. Let's see here. Oh shoot, guys. I am, oh my God. I'm way over my time. I have to eat dinner, believe it or not. I could honestly afford it, but need to rethink. Oh, yeah, I know. Shoot. Right now, that's how I've been. It's like, whoo-wee, gotta tighten up. You never know what's gonna happen. Plus, I'm paying off this. Oh, that's a nice lens, though. That's a nice one. Amazing lens, but 100%. And I'm sure you knew I did that review on it, and I absolutely love that lens, especially for a lens for video. It was really good, and I love that it has internal zoom, so that's so cool. Shout out to Jeffrey. All right, shout out Jeffrey, whoever you are. I'm related to the Ball brothers. I don't know who the Ball brothers are, but shout out to them. Get that money. Oh, Big Cook is cool too. He cracks me up. Okay, who the hell is Big Cook? Let me go check out this brother here. Let me see who this brother is. Big Cook. Uh, okay, maybe I don't know what I'm looking up. I don't know what in the hell I'm going. What kind of rabbit hole you got me down? Okay, because it's Big Cook, Little Cook with Wiz, this kid show. Clearly, I'm not looking up the right thing. Thanks for watching my tiny channel, guys. Yeah, go check out John Ishii's as well. Oh, that's right, John. You just dropped the new video. At least I thought I saw one pop up on my timeline. Let's go shut up. Hold on. Let's do that. John Ishii. There we go. Here we go. Boom, bada bang. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to John Ishii's channel right here. Make sure you go check him out. Boom, bada bang. I'm just shouting out channels. Look at that. They go shout out to John's. All right. Trying to show people some love around here. It doesn't cost anything to show people love. If you got a channel, let me know. I'll show it some love on my to all 10 of my viewers right now. Okay. I'll show your channel some love. Why not? Cost me nothing. I mean, we met in person, and Rob, I remember say, keep doing your thing. Hey, brother, you're right. And I appreciate that back at Mike's camera. And I think at that time, shoot, I had to have been around maybe 5,000 subs or something like that. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. You've been there. You've been a real one. Appreciate all of you. Shoot, you're making it feel like I'm dying tomorrow. Shit. I don't understand why brands have become so political. Maybe I shouldn't have gone to a Sony event in a Nikon shirt. Oh, wow. Nope. There you go. No hand claps for that one. Oh boy, I wish I could see their face. Hey, you know what? I showed up to a Sony event with a Lumix camera. Okay, so there you go. I had to record video. I brought a Lumix to record my time at a Sony event. It was awesome. I think the FX5 is amazing, but because I'm a Nikon fanboy, I'd rather save up for a Komodo X. Honestly, that Komodo X would be awesome. You will get all sorts of compression options, open gate. You will have oh shit, something global shutter, right? Man, you get that the color galore. Komodo X. Mount opening sizes for Sony E mount FE 46.1 millimeter. Oh, dang, that's nice. That is a big difference. And yes, Photo Me Ike, absolutely another good channel. There's so many channels. Um if I sat here and just tried to remember everybody's, shoot, I'll never get off. And I got to get off this thing. Okay. This was supposed to be a 60-minute show today. Big Cook's new channel is now. Oh, Jeremiah Cook. Okay. I'll check him out. I'm going to check him out for sure. Oh, shoot. Thanks, brother, for the shout out. Oh, man. Well deserved. Are you kidding me? Hey, thank you so much. That gave me 6 Myanmars, I guess that is. But shout out to you. Yeah. Thank you very much. You literally bought me here in the States a small coffee. Okay, that's what you're getting. After Google takes their piece, I'm getting a small coffee. Thank you very much, because I do at least 2 to 3 cups a day. I am an addict. Okay, that's the problem. I love coffee, but thank you very much, John. I really appreciate it. And that, oh hell no! Look who we got here. Mark man coming up saying, keep it up, brother. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate it. You guys, like all these things make a big difference, believe it or not. It really does help. It all goes back toward to this channel. And if any way that I can help you all, message me, let me know. Like this is a give and take situation, right? I only streamed at 8 p.m. because of you guys, like literally. And my voice, I think, is almost shot. So I'm gonna have to get off this soon. I used to love your channel, John. I haven't seen it pop up in my feed in a long time. Yeah, smash that bell icon on his channel, and that might help. I'm not sure if you did that, Martin, but try that. Okay. I noticed that Sony users have smaller ones. Oh, gee, shots fired. Shots fired. Ooh-wee. Damn, all the sounds on that one. Yeah, man, I had to hit them all. I got a new switcher here, and it's smaller. It doesn't take up as much space. It's a Rode switcher, and but it doesn't have the names of the effects, so I had to kind of go through them. But yeah, I had to hit you all with at least a combo, okay, a 3-hitter combo, because I appreciate that so much. With that said, I'm gonna have to head out of here. My voice is getting to be shot, and I got to eat a little something before I go to bed. Got a dentist appointment first thing in the morning, so I got things to do. Okay, so with all of that said, hold on, where is this thing? There we go. Okay, all right. You already know when I put on this music, it means I got to get out of here. Okay, because believe it or not, I got to do. I do want to say I really appreciate all of your comments, support, putting up with my rant, and some of your contributions, your super chats and whatnot. Thank you so very much. It really does help. And maybe I'll do a show dedicated to like shouting out other YouTubers. I think, we need to have an environment where we're like bigging each other up, because it's tough out here. It really is. You spend a lot of time and devotion, and you're like, oh shoot, I wonder if anybody cares. Well, I care, okay, because I get it. I'm in the mud. With all that said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. Don't forget to follow me on all the socials. Of course, like and share and subscribe to my channel for more. Until next time, keep shooting and stay creative. Thank you for watching.